Is this a trap? Is it an APC trap after all? This court judgment that nullified the INEC election timetable. Is it a trap of the APC after all? Is it a trap to unleash disgruntled, internally displaced politicians of the APC on the Nigeria Democratic Congress? Is that what this is about? Is it a trap? I did a video earlier and I explained how I was excited that it opened up the political space, how it changed everything, and indeed it changes everything. But then some viewers raised some concerns that what if it is a trap of the APC? What if it is a trap of Tinubu to release disgruntled APC politicians who have lost out in APC primaries to unleash them on other political parties like the NDC? How possible is this? After observing and going through the judgment, I can say that it is not a trick of Tinubu. It is not a trick of APC. In fact, I can say that APC did not see it coming. But we are right to be concerned because the person who sent me the message actually said, what if it's a plan to get APC politicians to infiltrate NDC to become moles within the NDC? Is that possible? I would say yes, it is possible. It is very, very possible that APC or Tinubu will take advantage of the judgment. But that it is a plan of the APC, I don't think so. If you go by what Tinubu did with people like Daniel Bwala in 2023, you will say yes, this can be manipulated, it can be hijacked to get moves to infiltrate the NDC. It can be. That is a very, very legitimate concern. Because for me, I still feel that Tinubu deliberately inserted Daniel Bwala into the campaign of Atiku. And Atiku, being a man that has poor judgment, could not discern that a Daniel Bwala was actually a traitor that was sent to come and be a mole in his campaign. Atiku could not discern that. So yes, Tinubu can take advantage of this court judgment to unleash his moles on the ADC. So the question is, if that happened, what can the NDC do? Did I say ADC earlier? NDC rather. What can the NDC do? One simple thing. I mentioned it earlier, but of course, the video was long, so perhaps many viewers did not get to that part when I talked about it. One very small thing. Anybody that is coming to join the NDC right now should come and be made to sign an undated resignation form with an attached sworn affidavit that is registered with the Commissioner of Oath, so it becomes a binding contract. I'll say it again. If indeed this court judgment is hijacked or is used by Tinubu and the APC to unleash their disgruntled politicians, those who have lost out in APC primaries, to unleash them on NDC, considering that NDC is the darling party, the beautiful bride that everybody wants to join now. If that happens, what can the NDC do? What can Peter Obi do? Because we must first of all acknowledge this. The one person that will be at risk of these moves will be Peter Obi. It was moves like Abure, moves like Arabambi in the Labour Party that ruined the Labour Party from within and ruined the chances of Peter Obi in 2023. Yes, Peter Obi won that election. But right now, the hard evidence that would have needed, that we need to prove that victory, which is from EC8A, we don't have it. Why? Because you had moves that sabotaged the process of party agents that would have helped Peter Obi to get from EC8A from the polling unit. So it is a beautiful and legitimate concern to have that what if APC or Tinubu uses this court judgment to unleash their moves to infiltrate NDC? Very legitimate. But the cure is simple too. The cure is simple. Get them to sign, particularly those of them that are coming to take form. I don't even think that is possible anymore, because the only primaries that have not been done now, okay, screening is ongoing, because I passed by the building, the one opposite Jabi Lake, which is where they are doing the screening. You see that they are doing the gubernatorial screening, they are doing the senatorial screening, the House of Reps screening, the House of Assembly screening for the states. The screening are ongoing. So this advantage now will only be for those political parties that have not done their primaries. So in a way, NDC is safe from such politicians that could be moles, right? But that is if we consider people who want to be aspirants. But do you have to be an aspirant to be a mole in the NDC? The answer is no. So it's still a legitimate concern that Peter Obi and Obi and Kwankwaso and the entire leadership of the NDC should take particular notice of. A very critical concern. Because when people flood a political party, then the tendency is there for them to be moles. Now, how can you fish out such moles? Apart from being aspirants, we have talked about, okay, you give them an undated, no date resignation letter, such that if they get to the National Assembly and they decamp, we can just tender it, because we'll make sure it's very, very tight. That's one. But what about members that are actually moves that came in from APC? How do you take care of them? VoteWatch.pro. One of the reasons why VoteWatch is so powerful is that it does not only stop rigging by political parties, even political party agents will be exposed if they become compromised. Yes, many people don't realize that political party agents are also a rigging risk for any candidate. There are situations whereby a candidate like Peter Obi can have polling unit agents, collation center agents, and those agents will actually be compromised. They will look the other way. I have seen that happen in a couple of elections. In fact, if you cast your mind back to the Edo election, there was a PDP agent who was on national TV. He thought it was funny. He was speaking to, I think it was Shehu Okinbaloye, and he was saying, he's a PDP party agent, but that he was given money, 100,000 thereabout, and he just Bojumbe, just turned the other way. He just turned the other way and allowed whatever they were doing in the collation center to happen. Now, with VoteWatch, such moles will be exposed. And then, of course, let everything be done transparently. So if somebody is going off the rails, we will easily know who that person is, identify that person, and expunge them. Aside this, there is no cause for alarm. The benefits of this judgment are more than the risks. The benefits are that it has scattered the plans of APC. It has scattered it. A lot of the politicians now, those of them who are not moles, who are truly disgruntled and have become internally displaced, they will find their way into other political parties and contest. In fact, I use the opportunity to call on Governor Fubara. Godfatherism is something that all of us must fight. You can't come and be giving us this bold face of, oh, I'm for peace, for the sake of peace, let there be peace. So you withdraw. They are treating you like trash. You have become their tissue paper that they are using to wipe their bum bum. Don't do that. If not for your sake, for the sake of the Ijaw nation, if not for the sake of the Ijaw nation, for the sake of the Niger Delta, we can't allow godfatherism to fester. We cannot, we should not. So, for the sake of democracy, Fubara, decamp, go to another political party to get ticket if it's not already too late. Before I stop this video, I want to use this 1 minute or two, to talk about the VoteWatch app. Please, the link to join the VoteWatch app as a PU Marshal volunteer is in the description. Click on it. It's actually very simple. www.votewatch.pro. Access it on your web browser, either Chrome or Safari or Phoenix browser, whichever browser you are using. You can access it on your laptop, you can access it on your phone, you can access it on your desktop. Once you land on the site, you will be greeted with a landing page and a place where you can sign up. Sign up, enter your name, your date, your state of origin, your local government, and then at the point where you see the drop-down menu to select your ward or to select your polling unit, just select any ward and select any polling unit in your local government area. All of the other fine-tuning will be done a few days before the election so that we can stop and identify those who want to be sellout. That's the whole intention of it. But once you do that, you would have contributed immensely to stopping rigging in the 2027 election. Please click the link. If you have any questions, do let us know. We'll take our time to answer them. And let me say this. I see your questions concerning the VoteWatch. We are working on a proper explainer video for VoteWatch where we'll put graphics and make it really explanatory and such that it will be concise and carries all the information for us to use as promo. Somebody asked the question, why is it that this VoteWatch app is not being talked about on mainstream media? The simple answer to that is it costs money. It is something that we will do. We probably will raise funds for that. But for now, let's just keep spreading the word. Let person tell person, little by little, neighbor to neighbor, person to person, voter to voter. We are forming a network across all of the 179,000 polling units in Nigeria, a network that will make rigging of the 2027 elections impossible. Click the link in the description. And of course, share your thoughts with us in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.